There's nothing like it. There's nothing like waking up to more Sony gonna Sony type news. Nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Yeah. Get comfy. Get comfy in Nerdventure's tower. Should have a good stream. I'm already here. I'm already in the tower. Didn't even. What's going on with the chat? That was weird. Anyway, what up, everybody? What up? 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 Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good week. Coming off of the wake of Moon Knight episode 4, which was real crazy. 420 yesterday, which is apparently something that a bunch of you care about deeply. Some kind of religious thing. I don't really know. I don't really know too much about it, actually, myself, personally, individually, on an individual level. Tons of crazy things going on in the nerdy world. There's some stuff we got to talk about. There's some kind of unfortunate things that we got to talk about. There's some fortunate things that we got to talk about. And we also have to just, talk a little bit more about Sony and their delays. And I kind of want to just get in here with you guys and just kind of get a vibe of how you feel about all of this. What do we think's going on? How I don't know, bro. We're going to get into it, okay? We're going to get into it. We're going to shit on Sony a little bit, okay? We're going to shit on Sony a little bit, but it's all out of love. You know what I mean? It's all out of love, or maybe I'm all out of love for Sony. Also, just because yesterday, again, too many blinkers yesterday. We never did the giveaway. For the dope Moon Knight shirt! Moon Knight! So we're going to do that today. We're giving away 2 shirts today. 2 sick-ass Moon Knight shirts. We'll be giving that away in the back half of the show. So it's going to be real chill. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know. How are you? How was your Wednesday? Oh, and also, too, some of you guys probably saw this already if you're a member. Last night we watched X-Men First Class. Dope movie. Oh my goodness. Love that film, man. We watched X-Men First Class together, and then I sort of abruptly left. I got blue screened of death on my computer. So I posted about it on the Discord, but maybe you didn't see it. I apologize. I didn't just bail on you guys. I got blue screened of death. And I posted a picture of it on Discord or whatever. But you know what's weird? Like, at least it didn't happen until after the movie. Like, imagine if we had, done that, or if it had happened in the middle of the movie or whatever. Yeah, First Class is great. I think a lot of people, like, just from what I see right now, like, people agree. First Class is absolutely incredible. Very, very good movie. Maybe one of the best X-Men movies that was ever made. And such a strong start to the Kinberg kind of take on X-Men and a real pivot point. I think the thing that sucks, man, is if you look at it right, you had The Wolverine, which I think is definitely not as bad as Wolverine Origins, is decent. And then you had Days of Future Past, which, we're going to watch next week. We're doing watch parties Wednesday nights just for members only. And I'm really excited to revisit Days of Future Past. Because back in the day, I loved that movie, man. I saw that movie in theaters. I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. The way they did the time travel, they incorporated the older X-Men and the younger X-Men. I was like, this is dope. When I revisited it more recently, like I want to say in 2020, like during the heat of the pandy, I was like, man, not as good as I remember. But I'm excited to check it out next week and just see like how I feel about it or whatever, right? But then after that, it's like the X-Men movies kind of fall off a cliff. You know what I mean? Like, Apocalypse is trash. Dark Phoenix is absolute shit. And it's so weird to go from First Class, which was so damn cool, and to go forward and not have anything cool. And by the way, where is... am I missing something? Oh, Logan's fire. Logan's absolute fire, 100%. But that's like not really an X-Men movie, right? It's kind of like a Wolverine movie. Let me ask you guys, because maybe I'm missing it or whatever. They don't have Emma Frost in any more of those films, right? Am I wrong? Or is it like a one and done for Emma Frost after First Class? Because she was great. She was like really good. And then after that, it was supposed to be her and Emma died? What do you mean she died? She died off screen. Oh, cool. Cool. Bro, you know, we're about to, like, look, there's a lot of like female characters out there, and there's certainly an effort out there to have more female characters on the DC side and the Marvel side, like out there front and center or whatever. But like, bro, they had literally one of the best female characters, in my opinion, one of the best female characters, like legit ever in Marvel Comics. Like, Emma Frost is a powerhouse of a character. Fascinating power set. Brilliant motivations, really self-interested, but super clever. The way she utilizes her own sexuality and her psychic nature. Like, in the scene where she's with the Russian general, and the Russian general is on the bed, and he thinks he's, like, fondling her and making out with her, and she's just sitting there on the couch watching him or whatever. Like, that is, like, quintessential Emma Frost to me. And they just fucking, like, do nothing with her? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. She was great. I really hope that Feige and company do some really interesting stuff with her moving forward. Regardless, excited to see what possible characters will pop up in Multiverse of Madness. We're right around the corner from that. We've been posting a lot of fire videos, a lot of that you guys seem to be enjoying about Multiverse of Madness, the cameos, the surprises. I've got a couple of more of those in the books. I'm going to record a couple of today. I hope one of them drops today, and I think one of them will drop tomorrow, because it's time, man. It's time. It is time for Multiverse of Madness. It's time for X-Men. I am super excited. So we'll get into some of the other news that's going on out there in DOS world, not DOS nerdy world as well. But let's begin by talking about Across the Spider-Verse. Dang, man. You know? Why is this not... The fact is... Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, I believe Jeff Snyder was the first person to tweet about this. I could be wrong. It technically came straight from Sony, so it was like a press release. It's not a scoop. It's not an exclusive. It's just from Sony. But let's talk about it. Across the Spider-Verse moves from October 7th, 2022 to June 2nd, 2023. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 2 to hit theaters March 29th, 2024. Madam Web coming to theaters July 7th, 2023. Okay, so let's talk about this, man. So, Across the Spider-Verse is a two-parter. It is essentially a sequel to what I thought was an absolutely fantastic movie. Probably before No Way Home came out, what I would consider to be the best Spider-Man movie ever in Into the Spider-Verse. I still think it probably gets that number 2 spot. Absolutely incredible movie, which, by the way, like, all the people, because there's this huge swath of fans out there that I think are just either misinformed or just bad actors that seem to think that Sony has done a better job with Spider-Man than Marvel has. And there's like this weird, like, Sony over Marvel crew, which I think they are either completely lost, don't understand things about things, or have been misinformed, or they're bad actors. I really can't tell. You know what I mean? But all of those people, they never bring up Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse is the strongest example of Sony doing really well with the Spider-Man brand than I think almost any other movie. Maybe you can make the argument Spider-Man 2 with Sam Raimi, which was like, what, 20 years ago or something like that? Like, you could say that was, a shining moment for them as well. But Sony sucks, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, they suck, and a lot of what they've done with the Spider-Man character has been shit. Or at least shittier than what we've gotten overall with quality over from the MCU, right? So, Across the Spider-Verse, which is a huge sequel to that really, really big movie for them, which didn't even make a ton of money. It didn't even crush. Venom 1 and Venom 2 probably made more money than Into the Spider-Verse. But Into the Spider-Verse, critically acclaimed, fans love it. It had a great second life on digital media and Blu-ray and stuff like that. So I think they understand that it's like a big hit. They delay this massive two-parter by a whole year. I guess it's technically not a year, but it might as well be a year. It's not coming out this year, right? And this is after Morbius came out and did what it did, right? And look, let's just say this. They are not delaying Across the Spider-Verse to add a ton of Morbius to it. I think that's pretty safe to say. I think it's pretty safe to say that they're not trying to extend the summer of Morbius into next year. I think that's a pretty safe bet. You know what I mean? But, as I tried to tell many of you around the time of Morbius, that Morbius fumbling the way that it did and coming out the way that it did is going to do massive brand damage to Sony, to their Sony universe, and to literally all of their projects. And I know some of you don't want to believe it, but it absolutely did. And to come off of a real shit pie in Morbius, the way it was critically received, the amount of money that it's making, which I think it currently sits total at like $150 million, it will not cross $200 million total. And then you get news like this. And what this means is essentially we're basically going to go from the Morbius movie to the very next Sony Marvel movie that you're going to see in theaters will be the Kraven movie, which I believe is said to release January of next year. I mean, let's just ask the class. Let's ask a couple of different things. First of all, what movie would you rather see? Across the Spider-Verse or Kraven? Like, let's start with that. Which one would you rather see? Kraven, says Tyler. Okay. Kraven, 100%. Interesting. There's a few Kravens. Interesting. Okay. So maybe I'm just, maybe I just don't get it. But, I don't understand how people can anticipate Kraven after what they've done with Venom, what they did with Morbius, and they're just lining up the next one, man. They're just lining up Kraven. Like, I really don't get it. You know what I mean? Look, Kraven is an awesome character in the comic books. So is Dr. Michael Morbius. You know? Kraven has to do with some of the dopest Spider-Man stories that we've ever seen. So does Venom. I really don't understand how you're going to go from Morbius to Kraven And then, yeah, you're supposed to get Across the Spider-Verse, which is apparently going to be absolutely incredible. And then after this, you get the Madam Web movie. So, we got to wait a whole nother year. But then don't worry, guys. You're getting Kraven, starring Zeus from Love and Thunder, and Quicksilver from Age of Ultron. I mean, really? Like, really, though? You're excited for Kraven? You're excited for Kraven. Okay. There's people excited for Kraven. All right, okay. So, I just find this to be really, really crazy. And yet another sort of stinker moment for Sony in general. And what I said was this is going to be the beginning of the collapse for Sony. And I think that will be bared out. You know what I mean? Like, from what we heard, there are rumors that Tobey Maguire was going to be in Multiverse of Madness, and they cut him out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. Now, I will say this on the possibility of this being actually good, right? In the sense that this could be awesome. Maybe they're delaying it because they want to take their time and they want to inject all the real cool connective tissue. They're figuring out how to put Miles or maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man into some of their stuff. And they're delaying it so that they can get all of that figured out in cohesion and just kind of move forward. But again, the problem with that is that was the rationale we had when they delayed Morbius 17 million different times. In fact, the very last delay was one of the most hyped up moments ever. They delayed it right before Spider-Man came out, and then there were a ton of folks saying, oh my goodness, they now have the opportunity, after delaying Morbius, to connect Spider-Man to it, to connect Andrew Garfield, maybe Tobey Maguire, make this all cool, do a post-credit scene. Oh my God, here we go. And we can't, at least I can't, give them, do that again, essentially. I can't be like, oh shit, maybe they're delaying all this shit so that they can actually figure it out and do it in a good way. Maybe it's going to be okay. Maybe they'll figure it out. I don't know, bro. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. And to me, Sony gonna Sony, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Sony gonna Sony. There's a possibility that this will actually play out in a good way. I have next to no excitement for Kraven. Even though I love Kraven, dude. I love Kraven. But, yeah, I have, next to no anticipation for it. Also, Madam Web movie. Dude. I guess at this point, what it feels like is sort of like amateur hour, a shitty version of what Kevin Feige is doing, where they're trapped in the 90s comic book mentality. They don't seem to care that audiences are way smarter than they used to be. I mean, look at what they did with Morbius. In the post-credit scenes, the goobly glob mess that is, that's ridiculous. And they somehow just think that we're all just going to keep showing up to the movie theaters. It has not bared out that way. I know some of you guys like Morbius. That's fine. I still haven't even seen it. I will probably never see that movie. I mean, maybe I'll see it at some point, but I have literally no desire to see it. And I got to be honest, depending on what happens with the marketing with Kraven, I have very low anticipation to see that. And Across the Spider-Verse is dope, but bro, if they fuck up Across the Spider-Verse, or just make it a big goobly glob mess, to try to go bigger, oh dude, let's go bigger with it, but it doesn't have any reason or logic behind it, and then they just release Madam Web after that, Like, Madam Web is such a weird movie to make. Yes, she could essentially be something of a Doctor Strange to that universe, but the injection of Silver Sable into that movie, and that's who the Euphoria chick is playing, by the way. She's going to be playing Silver Sable. So to inject Silver Sable into that and make this Madam Web, I mean, like, literally, I expect her to come out and Peter to be like, who are you? And her to be like, I'm Madam Web. And him to be like, well, what's that? And what does that mean? And she'll literally just be like, I don't know, something to do with Spider-Man, I guess. Look at the camera and fucking wink at us. That's the level of care, I think, that Sony Pictures is giving to the Spider-Man character. Fuck. Crazy, man. Crazy, in my opinion. Anyway. Let's talk about a couple other amazing, wonderful, beautiful things that are going on in the nerdy world. Where are my DC fans at? Let us know. Where are the DC fans at? Any DC fans in here? Any DC fans in here? Anybody? 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 Y'all like DC? Anybody like DC? What's DC? I swing both ways. Right on. DC all day. DC, let's go. When it's done right. Fair. All right, let me tell you guys something, okay? I was grateful to not have a scheduled stream live yesterday after Ezra Miller's arrest and just craziness Tuesday, okay? By the way, my new least favorite people on Twitter, and apologize if you're one of these people, but it's true. Really, really not feeling your vibes right these days. My new least favorite people on Twitter are the overly defending of Ezra Miller folk. Crazy. I can't with that. I can't with that. Now, I guess the TLDR on Ezra Miller's shenanigans in Hawaii, which, by the way, why the fuck is this dude even in Hawaii still? Why? Like, I understand people, around him trying to support him. Why is he still on this island treating it like it's the fucking purge, basically? It's crazy. It's crazy. Get him off the islands, dude. You know what I mean? Like, geez. Put him in Philly. Give him some brotherly love. See how he would fare throwing chairs at motherfuckers in Philly. That's what I'd like to see. Unbelievable. So apparently the TLDR is, I think he was maybe celebrating or partying that he got done with his first arrest trial. And like DJ Khaled, he just demanded another one. Was that some kind of thing? Partying hard. They asked him to leave. He's like, I think I'll throw a fucking chair at a lady instead. Put a half-inch gash in her head. Weird flex, but okay, Ezra. And, oh God, hair, why? Why you do that to me? Let me say, I've thought a lot about this. And I decided, man, I came to a conclusion here, bro. If they, and by they I mean Warner Brothers, if they do nothing when it comes to Ezra Miller and the Flash movie, if they do nothing, like if they really try to fucking Men in Black us again, about this motherfucker again, I will boycott the Flash movie. 100%. 100%. I decided. You don't have to boycott the Flash movie. And I'm not necessarily saying that you should boycott the Flash movie. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, for me, personally, I have made a decision. It's kind of an easy decision because I'm not even really feeling that movie. I'm not even really feeling DC. So it's not even like a big sacrifice or something I'm making to the channel. But I know some of you would be disappointed because you're looking forward to seeing it, the possibility of what it does for the DCEU, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just telling you right now, I have decided pretty firmly if the strat if the strategy of Warner Brothers is to do absolutely nothing, then I will not go see their movie. I will not cover the trailers. I will not watch the film. And I'm talking about ever. I'll never watch it. I'll Morbius that shit. Morbius and The Flush can sit side by side on the shelf of I don't give a fuck for all time, as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty much all that I want to say about Ezra and the situation. I think at this point it is absurd, laughable. Just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this point. And I guess barring some crazy explanation, like he was body snatched or some shit, or there's been a new drug invented that we didn't know what it did to you, but it makes you into a complete and total crazy a-hole. Barring some weird, outlandish explanation for the behavior that has been expressed, this is a person that I think has got preferential treatment for God knows what reasons. That is not, like, we say shit all the time, right? People speak hyperbolically. A menace. Bro, you could throw almost any sort of hyperbolic statement about Ezra, and I'd probably have to give it the nod. Like, this is absurd to me. Absurd. So, I'm pretty much fucking done with Warner Brothers. And so that's just a little update about that. In case you didn't know, yes, he was arrested again, threw a chair at a lady, gashed her in the head, and then was seen partying the very next day. Again. It's like he thinks he's in, like, Grand Theft Auto or some shit. It's crazy to me. Absolutely absurd. What else do we got? What else do we got? Let me see. There was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I can't. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, man. Can't hear, I don't see it. I thought there was another thing that, like, sort of Lizzie Hill was talking about or whatever, right? What's the other thing? Oh, you know what else I wanted to talk about? Can we talk about Netflix a little bit? Let's talk about Netflix. Is this cool? Can we talk about Netflix a little bit? You guys cool with that? Netflix, man. Netflix. Let's talk about it. How many guys still got Netflix, by the way? Just put like a 1 or like a yes into the chat. I wonder. What's going on with Netflix? What's up with Netflix, bruh? Yeah, I still got Netflix. So, okay, let's talk. This is kind of business kind of stuff, and I think it's really interesting. I'm not exactly sure what it means 100%, but I have my thoughts. Okay? I have my thoughts. Netflix is a very interesting company. I've watched them from a sort of the business perspective for a long, long time. They made an absolutely incredible pivot from mailing out DVDs to doing a streaming service before people even knew what that was or wanted to watch movies on a laptop, right? Really interesting leadership. They've done a lot of cutthroat things, spend a lot of money on production because they have sort of known that this time was coming. And so basically what happened was, I believe during an earnings call, or perhaps just an earnings report to shareholders, Netflix revealed that in a quarter where they were projecting to gain around 2 million subscribers, I believe, to their service, they actually lost 200,000 subscribers. They also are projecting to lose another 2 million subscribers in the next quarter. Okay? Now, what's crazy about that is that information caused the stock price to absolutely crater. And unless I'm mistaken, Netflix yesterday, on full day of, and I don't know how it's performing now. The market is open, but yesterday saw, I think, the biggest single day drop for a stock maybe ever. Definitely for a big tech stock. At one point, it was down near 40%. I think it closed the day at like 28% down. $53 billion with a B wiped out of their market cap in a singular day. Okay? Crazy. So let's talk about it. Why did this happen? I believe, personally, it is a perfect storm of events. It is sort of a confluence of all kinds of different factors. I think the biggest one, the biggest factor here is a sort of shifting within the entertainment industry, and Netflix, with its sort of inability to keep up with its competition, has reached maybe a saturation point, right? Where for the longest time, one of the strengths of Netflix was the fact that pretty much everybody had it, and there was actually a very low correlation to the amount of Netflix that you watched and whether or not you kept your Netflix subscription. Netflix was kind of considered a subscription that you always had. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the way it was thought of. It's like, no, man, of course we got Netflix. You know what I mean? It's almost like a utility. You fast forward many years later, you've got HBO Max doing its thing. You've got Disney Plus doing its thing. You've got Peacock. You've got Paramount Plus. You've got this, that, second, and the third. All of these crazy other apps, and a lot of the content that was on Netflix was sort of ripped back away from Netflix and is now on separate streaming services. Classic example, I was just saying the other day, I really wanted to rewatch Parks and Rec. I was like, bruh, I'm feeling some Parks and Rec. Man, I love Parks and Rec, and I believe Elisa's never seen it, and so I was like, we gotta watch Parks and Rec. It's such a great show. What a fun show, you know? And then you go through the gauntlet, you know what I mean? Like, is it on Amazon? Is it on Disney Plus? Is it on Netflix? Is it on that? It's on fucking Peacock, bro. You know what I mean? It's on Peacock. And then you start to realize, you're like, damn, bro, like, that's what it is now. Everybody taking their classic syndicated stuff, putting it behind a paywall on a subscription service, and that's kind of the game. And Netflix is now in a spot where they have just a lot more competition. A lot of the juice that brought people to them is on other streaming platforms. And while they have spent billions of dollars on production, they don't have that many massive hits. And I think they have just arrived at sort of an inflection point for the company. So it's a little bit of other competitions. It's a little bit of inflation. It's a little bit of just hitting a saturation point. It's the fact that they don't have a ton of stuff popping. Other streaming services have better content. Like I've said for a long time, I think HBO Max actually is one of the richest libraries of content of a streaming service out there. I've said that for a long, long time. Like, and I believe that. Like, it's great, dude. Are you kidding me? Disney Plus, an incredible amount of content. An incredible amount of content on Disney Plus. You know? Especially now with the Fox stuff, right? We just watched X-Men First Class last night. The majority of us watched it on Disney Plus. Crazy. So is Netflix doomed? Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think so at all. In fact, even if they lose that 2 million in subscribers, I think they're still far and away ahead of everybody else. I think they still have over 200 million subscribers, which is a crazy amount of cash flow. Now, at a inflection point like this, the company can do two things, basically. They can go and pivot and make some changes and go off in a really brilliant direction, reestablish growth, reestablish trust with shareholders, et cetera, or they can fuck it up. And if they try to, like, do all this weird raising, like, I think they just raised their prices again. They're trying to crack down on password sharing and all that. Massive mistake. Let me just say, massive mistake. To try to eliminate password sharing and that's going to have the opposite effect of what they think it does, I think, personally. And there's a ton of different reasons why. But it's basically a value proposition game. And I I would not do that, man. I would not do that if I was Netflix. Now, they do have Stranger Things. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to be the last season, right? So they're kind of like, ooh. They do have Cobra Kai, which I think is like, damn, are they lucky they have Cobra Kai, right? And, of course, and this is really where I've been trying to get to this whole diatribe here, they've got the fucking architect, the guy that did the blueprint. And that's right, I'm talking about Zack Snyder. Let's go! And The Witcher. Witcher's great, too. Okay, let's talk about Zack Snyder. Ready? Ready for me to fucking slob all over Zack's knob? Fucking love this guy. Everybody shut your mouth. Here we go. Oh, Craig. Oh, Craig. Buckle up, Craig. Here we go. Some major Zack Snyder simping about to go down, so shut your mouth and just get ready for it. Okay. Ah, man. Netflix needs a big hit. Star Wars, currently, well, Star Wars is Star Wars, and they're doing their thing. And at a time when I think there's just so much goobly glob going on out there with big, I mean, look at Warner Brothers, right? Like, Warner Brothers, Ezra, Amber Heard. Okay, good luck over there. You know, lots of fun stuff going on at Warner Bros. Star Wars, you know, like I try to defend Star Wars. Star Wars has done a lot of buffoonery. They could possibly turn it around with some announcements and Kenobi being fired, but Star Wars is kind of in a weird spot. Even Marvel Studios, who I still think is doing far and away the best job out of all of the major studios and big IP out there, franchises, right? Marvel crushing it. Still somewhat on shaky ground. You could make the argument that it's not as strong as it was leading up to Infinity War. I can't necessarily argue against that, but we're also about to enter the world of Multiverse of Madness, so buckle up your buttholes. At a time when all of this is going down, and when Netflix is desperate to have some incredible original content, they greenlit multiple Rebel Moon films right out of the gate. And I'm just so hopeful and anticipating that what Zach will do with Rebel Moon will be the new Star Wars of our generation. It'll be the Star Wars of our generation. Meaning, like, back in the day, the original Star Wars came out and just, it changed the way everybody looked at movies. It was like this incredible achievement for cinema and storytelling, and everybody was like, whoa, and kind of blown away by it. And it became a pop cultural phenomenon. I think Zach could do that. Like 100%. Like, first of all, I believe in his talent. I absolutely believe in his talent. He is serving as director and director of photography for this project, which officially is shooting now. He shared some images out there. It's got a lot of buzz. And I think just you could see another perfect storm happening here where right when Netflix really, really needs a win, right when a lot of the world is getting fed up with a lot of contrived Hollywood BS, and some of that, you know, to be fair, some of that could be pointed at the MCU. I'm a big MCU fan, and you know, I'm not going to disparage them because the shield checks are just way too nice. But let's just call a spade a spade. It's formulaic. You know, it does its thing. It exists within a paradigm that I think is really built to be, you know, family friendly, you know, brand positive. It's a lifestyle brand. Marvel's the envy of everybody else because everybody else wants a lifestyle brand. But that does come with some negative aspects, right? I just think the appetite for many fans out there is ready for something new and different, for something that feels pure. And I think Rebel Moon could be that thing. I am going to bat for Rebel Moon. I strongly feel this will be awesome, and I'm going to get behind it, and I'm super excited for it. The images look absolutely incredible, and so, you know, we kind of start with like, wow, Netflix lost $53 billion, but how poetic would it be if Zack Snyder created the next incredible franchise that captivates a generation. That just really, and they've already greenlit sequels. They could do spin-offs. Like they could do. What if he's doing like his own version of like Star Wars / MCU going over there at Netflix? And they need it, bro. They need it, bro. Yo, what's up, Nerd of the Rings? So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Josh got high hopes. Believe that. Believe that. Sure do. I sure do got those high hopes, I tell you. I tell you what. And what else is going on here? Oh, you know what? There's big rumors out there that we will see some Kenobi footage within a week's time. That's pretty cool. Pretty excited for that. Oh, this one's really cool. I'll probably get more into this in a video. I'm thinking about doing like there's a Thor 4 video I got to do. There's multiple Multiverse of Madness videos I got to do. And I don't know if I'll be able to get to it this week or not. Maybe I'll wait for just more other stuff to stack up. But Laura Donnelly is rumored to be Elsa Bloodstone in the Werewolf by Night movie that's coming out later this year. And that probably means she's going to be involved in the supernatural part of the MCU, a.k.a. the Midnight Sun stuff that they look to be doing later. Bruh, Elsa Bloodstone's cool, man. Like, Elsa Bloodstone's cool. For sure. So I'm kind of hyped up about that. And I think that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Let's just double check Star Wars land, see if there's anything going on here. Oh, there's some new promo art out for Kenobi, which looks straight fire. New details out about that Star Wars game. I'll believe it when I see it. I can't get too hyped up for Star Wars games at this point. But yeah. We are in such a cool freaking spot for this nerdy shit, man. You know? In a world of Sonys and Warner Brothers, we have Multiverse of Madness coming right up. I'm so excited for this film. I am so excited for this movie, and I just want to let it wash over me and then experience talking about it and dissecting it with all of you. It'll be a very busy weekend for me making content that weekend, you know. Excited because I think not only is the movie itself going to be straight titties, it's also going to set up all kinds of exciting stuff for the future. And oh my God, I can't wait. Then we've got Kenobi, you know what I mean? AKA the Reva show. And Reva's the new queen. I'm all about Reva. 100%. Got Reva shirts being made. I got, we're in the age of Reva now. So super excited for Kenobi, AKA the Reva show. 6 weeks of that. Star Wars Celebration. All kinds of exciting stuff. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. The next month or two is going to be straight fire. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think that's all the news for today. Before we get into the Q and the A, I want to do a giveaway. I want to do a giveaway for these sick Moon Knight shirts. And I do think they're sick. So first up, here's what I'm going to do. For everybody that's watching now, and hopefully this works. I apologize if it doesn't. But I'm going to award 4,000 Nerdcoin to everybody that's watching right now. And then I need to edit this giveaway here. Yeah, 2,000. Cool. Give me a second here. We're going to do two of these. Okay? 3 minutes each. Boom. First one's up. It'll cost you 2,000 Nerdcoin to get a ticket. You can enter up to 10 times. Free shipping in the United States only. But yeah, go check it out. We'll do one right now, and then we'll do another one too, okay? So if you did the 4,000, or rather, if you got the 4,000, I would do one entry. If you don't like have any in Nerdcoin, I would do one entry in this one, and then I would do one entry into the next one. You know, and who knows? Maybe you get lucky. And we'll ship out that sweet Nerd Night. Yo, Nerd Night. Somebody make it happen. Moon Knight shirt to you all. So we'll do that. Let me see if there's any. I'm just going to kind of like see if there's anything else going on out there. We can also, I'm hoping that some of you guys ask some questions about that Moon Knight episode, man. How crazy was that Moon Knight episode, huh? Pretty wild. Oh, we got a dangling hair. We got a dangling. This is one of those days where I was ill prepared for today's stream. You know, just dragging. We didn't have dog food to feed the dogs, so I had to go out and get dog food in the morning. Then I had to come back and do all this stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not on point today. You know, I'm not in the zone right now. My bad. You know? I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on in the nerdy world. Oh, for my Magic fans out there, how many of you guys are, oh, well, it's going to be absolute chaos right now, so I won't be able to tell. But, Josh, how do you get Nerdcoin? So you get a little bit by just being in the chat. By just being in the chat, you get a little bit. Subscribing to this channel will give you a little bit. Sending in a super chat will give you some. I drop it occasionally for free, just 2 people. It's all done through the cloud and just your YouTube account. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. If any of y'all are Magic the Gathering fans, this weekend. Oh, and by the way, you can go to thedenofnerdslive.com, I believe is the website. You can constantly like check your Nerdcoin, like what your level's at and all that kind of stuff, right? And Fridays we gamble it. So this weekend is the pre-release for New Capenna. And that kind of snuck up on me, bro. Somebody says I didn't get their info for the last shirt. What are you talking about? Really? That was when was the last giveaway we did? The last giveaway we did was, I definitely shipped those 2 out. Hit me up on Discord, man. I'll get back to you and we'll see what's going on. But man, I am super excited for this New Capenna set. This shit's gonna be crazy. Mob families, demons, angels. Whew! Looks good. And the last pre-release that I went to, you know, not to brag, you know, I wouldn't brag. But the last one, I won. I won the whole tournament. 5 rounds. Your boy won. So I'm going for another one. All right, let's pick the winner. Here we go. Scott Falzano. Scott, you have won the first shirt. Scott, hit me up. Twitter, Discord, somewhere. I need to get your address, sir. So hit me up, Scott. Scotty! You did it. You did it, Scott. Good job. Boom. Let's complete that one. Scott, hit me up. And guess what, guys? Boom. We're going to do it again. Again. And you also have to let me know what size you want, bro. I've got a large. I've got an XL, but I can always go out and return one, get a different size or whatever. Scotty! Yeah. And so I'm excited for that. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff going on in the nerdy world, bro. Should be fun. Should be real fun. Josh is reclaiming all his Nerdcoin today. Yeah, I'm taking it all back. And then I'm just going to buy all the cool things in there. I'm going to put stuff in there and then just buy it before I even tell you guys. And then be like, yeah, like, you didn't see that? Come on now. You didn't see that? Come on now. I'm trying to see. I don't think there's too much other news out there, man. I'm also like, I've been craving to just do a big binge of some comic books. And like, dude, Comixology still doesn't have their like web browser thing back, and it's so frustrating. I may like, this sounds so stupid, but I may have to actually go get like a tablet or some shit just to be able to like read my comics, which is like so dumb. But I mean, probably should have done that a while ago, you know what I mean? So. Yeah. Oh, Moon Knight's coming to Fart Night. That's kind of cool. So you can check it with a deal. You can check your Nerdcoin levels here via a command, and you can also go to thedenofnerdslive.com, I believe is the website, and it'll show you on there. Tablet is good. Comic reading for iPad is the best. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know if I want an iPad, though. I don't like Apple, bro. Like, I have an iPhone, and it was like one of the worst mistakes of my life. Okay, Doodle. I'll check it out, bro. I'll check it out. What shirt was it, man? Hit me up in the chat right now. What shirt was it? Was it the Morbius shirt? Pretty sure we shipped that out. We'll figure it out. Oh, entries are closed. Yeah, Kendall. Well, we had 2 shirts. We had 2 shirts for Morbius, Trev. Yeah, Ross, you did. But, you know, it wasn't fully your fault, though. I was also convinced, before you even said anything about it, I was already on that train. And you know what? Like, look, sometimes... Galen Merrick Tex Avenger, my man. Galen, my man. You have won Moon Knight Swag giveaway. Dope shirt. Galen, hit me up, bro. Always happy to see a Nerd Avenger win the shirt. Super cool. I was already convinced that, you know, that was going to be the dopest dope. There were a lot of people that I was just, man, that app took me, and I was like, bro, this is it. And as sometimes, like, as an entrepreneur, or like if you're out there just trying to make it, you know, trying to be somebody, if you feel like you are ahead of the curve on something, sometimes you just want to go all in, you know? And, yeah, I straight up went out and just bought an iPhone. Just straight cash. I was like, yo, iPhone, now. And then I got Clubhouse. I fucked around a little bit on it. Ended up thinking it was horrible. And then it's pretty much declined into obscurity at this point. I think there are still people that use it. But, I mean, Twitter Spaces, I think, is technically bigger than it. And, yeah, it just never capitalized on that. They fucked it all up, basically. So, yeah. They fucked it all up. Didn't they? Didn't they? Yeah, and I hate... Dude, I absolutely hate the iPhone. I hate the commands. I hate the... I pretty much hate all of it, bro. You know? So I can't wait to get back to Android. So I don't want to get an iPad. But I will say there are some fun things about the iPhone. This one in particular, which was like, what, the 12 Pro or some shit? Like, it is pretty sturdy, actually. You know, I'll say that. It's pretty sturdy, which is nice because I treat it like shit. But it is what it is. Because you're way too into trends. Hey, probably right. Thank you, Galen. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all the love tonight. Okay, let's get into Q&A now. Let's just finish off with some nice Q&A, you know? It's been a nice stream so far, you know? It's been pretty chill. The fuck? It's been pretty chill, I'd say. Anyway. Okay. Let's get into the Q and the A. Ladies and gentle beings, we'll go over all the chats, all the member chats, all the super chats, and then we'll hang in the chat for a little bit. If you got a little loot, you want to help us out, throw a super chat in there. I'll answer every single super chat that comes in within reason. If you don't have any loot, don't worry about it. We'll hang out in the chat and see what y'all be saying in there as well. So let's get it started off. Peter B. Parker is the first in with a $5 super chat and says, took my son to see Sonic 2 last night and it was way better than Morbius. Way more awesome moments and fan service of the highest quality. 8 out of 10. Nice. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick, bro. Nicely done. I definitely want to see Sonic still, although this weekend it's the Nick Cage movie for me. If I have time, because I've got actually a lot to do this weekend. And I've got to go to at least 2 pre-releases. I got to hit a pre-release Friday with the homies, and then I want to do a pre-release with Miss Elisa this weekend, so I'll be pre-releasing it up pretty good. But, yeah. Sonic 2. Glad it exists. Glad people love it. Vault Tech Spy says Sony just needs to let Marvel make the movies. 100%. Or double and triple down on Morbius. Yeah. Double and triple down on Morbius. Like, Across the Spider-Verse should, like, low-key be a Morbius movie now. And they should figure out all of the... Like, they should just do as many tie-ins to Morbius as they possibly can. And just go all in on Morbius, bro. That's what I think. Peter B. Parker says, Logan, Days of Future Past, X2... First Class, X1, and the Wolverine. That's not a bad list. That's not a bad list, bro. I like it. Bob's your uncle. MCU Drew with a $5 holla says, could you see Feige/Marvel Studios creating an original hero that leads to their own show film? Maybe Feige's swan song at the end? No, not really. I don't think so. I mean, they absolutely could, and technically speaking, they've already created different characters, some of which then get adapted into the comics. Like Coulson was never in Marvel Comics until after the MCU. Then he was put into, like, there was this Shield book that he was put into, and now, like, he's essentially a part of comics. So they technically have already done what you're talking about. But as far as, like, going on to, like, a hero, like doing a full-on hero, nah. And what's the need? 75 years of Marvel comic history, and they've barely scratched the surface. Watch those wrist rockets with a 3-month member chat. Says, when is this Return of the Revenge of the Sith watch party happening, mate? By the way, why are your eyes red today? My eyes are red because of all of the frustrating chats that I get like this one. When am I going to watch Revenge of the Sith? I don't know. I don't even know if we're doing... I have not committed to that. I just said it would be chill. So maybe. Finto182, member for 13 months, says, new badge, woo! Just finished Daredevil on Disney Plus, and I gotta say, it's the best superhero TV we have ever gotten. On to the Punisher next. Nice, bro. Yeah, I love Daredevil. Absolutely love that show. Incredible cast, great chemistry, nice pacing. I love the pacing, you know? Love the pacing of it. The pacing's pretty good. So, yeah, I'm glad you like it, bro. It's awesome. And maybe we'll be getting a new season or something soon. Wouldn't that be chill? James Matumbo with a $5 holla says, J.C. Condor, the director of Kraven, has a good track record on Rotten Tomatoes. 70%, 90%, 94%, 87%. Seems like a pretty good track record to me. This is true. I can't argue with that. Does that make you excited for Morbius? Or rather, what's it called? Kraven? I guess to me, there's just too many marks for Sony, man. You know, too many pink slips. They've been to the principal's office too many times. You know? They'd have to prove to me that they've changed. Kyle with the $2 house says, Flash is my fave, and I'm not going to watch the film. Damn! Damn, Kyle. Taking a firm stance. Riavu Averdadidada says, My Hero Academia has better written heroes than Marvel and DC. Yeah, I like My Hero. They definitely have some good writing, but, it's funny that you say that. Sometimes I think anime fans do get that way, but there's a lot of people, bro, that just straight up think anime's trash. And anime has its own series of tropes that, like, to a lot of people are pretty fucking cringe. So, I like anime, but if I were, like, a hardcore anime fan, like, basically, bro, instead of paying $5 to say that, I'd keep that shit to yourself. Real talk. Because anime has its whole set. Like, you think some of the tropes in Marvel and DC are bad? Bruh. Okay. Dalton Waters with a $10 holla says, Finally had my wife talked into the name Ezra after Ezra Bridger, but now I've had to backpedal. And I am currently looking for a new name if it ends up being a boy. My first and her fourth kid coming in November. Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on the kid. And yeah, you may have dodged a bullet, though. I mean, let's be real. You may have dodged a bullet, bro. That's probably not a name. That's probably not a name you want. So you dodged a bullet on that one. I like Josh. Josh is a pretty good name. Joshua. It's pretty chill. I'd think about that. That's pretty chill. Jamie Bunker says Disney's reports Q2 May 11th. Wanna bet how they do? No, not really. I mean, we'll see. I would bet stagnant growth in Disney Plus. I would bet the box office, though, pretty decent, especially compared to all these other studios. Disney parks themselves, yeah, probably not doing super hot. So I'd say probably a mixed bag. Nuckinfuts197, a member for 11 months, says, What up, young Joshua? Gonna start using these monthly member chats to speak it into existence. D&D with Theory has to happen eventually. Yeah, so a lot of people were saying that last night on the watch party too. Like, D&D with Theory would be super fun. And I do agree that Theory would be a good DM from the perspective of his voices and his storytelling abilities, but he'd have to learn the system, right? He'd have to learn whatever D&D system it is because, you also as a dungeon master have to facilitate what is actually happening in the world and be consistent and fair. So honestly, it would be a little bit of work, you know what I mean, to get him to do that. So I don't know. He's a pretty busy guy. Dag with a $50 million donation says, I want Zack Snyder League of Legends movie or show. They both work with Netflix. Imagine live action arcane quality story made by Snyder. I mean, that would be pretty sick, dude. I can't argue with that. That would be pretty sick, bro. Filmic FPV says, Josh, you should watch Dark on Netflix. I've heard it's really cool. I've heard it's really, really cool. Maybe I'll check it on out. Matei with a $100 million donation says, I'm cautiously excited about Rebel Moon, but I have not loved a single Snyder movie yet. Interesting. Plus, the years of threats from Snyder stands for not worshiping BVS just makes me want to say, screw this shite. Yeah, so I don't know about that, bro. If you're getting years of threats from people, I don't know about that, Matei. If you're getting years of threats for not worshiping BVS, I mean, that feels like there's another part of that story that you're not sharing with all of us. But if that really is the case, I certainly don't blame you for feeling that way about Snyder fans. You haven't loved a single Snyder movie. Have you seen all of them? Or have you just seen the DC stuff? You know what I mean? That's what I would ask. But yeah. Adrian says, oh shit. What are the chances Sony screws up so bad that Marvel gets Spider-Man back? Very, very low. Very low. Very, very low. Low. Especially, like, if you look at what they did with Venom 2, they made I mean, look, Venom 2, Morbius was cheap. They didn't spend a lot of money on that movie. I think most of the budget went to wheeling Jared Leto back and forth to the bathroom in the set, you know? So they didn't really spend a lot of money on that movie. It will probably break even or whatever. So as long as they continue to make profit, they probably won't stop. And I think the best case scenario for us as Marvel fans is that they reach a better agreement with either Feige or Disney to allow Feige to help them more moving forward, that's probably best case scenario. Or they just get somebody else in there that really understands it because, you know, Tom Rothman and Avi Arad just are not doing it, you know? Chungus says with a $10 highlight, hey, Josh, thanks for the entertainment. Wow, I've been sitting at home 6 for the past couple of days. Just wanted to enjoy 420. Josh and everyone, hit some blinkers for me. Love the show and Nerd Theory. Thank you, Chungus. Appreciate the love, man. Chris Kimball says with a $5 holla, morning, Josh. Let's all have a fantastic day. Smash that like button for our amazing dude. Yeah. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. For Cuscala Lopez with a $200 million donation says, Josh, do you still have that Luke figure I got from the Nerdcoin store? I do, actually. Finally flying over there for some vacate days in the good old US of A. I'm going to hit you up on Discord about the address. I mean, if you still have it. I definitely have it, bro. It is ready for you when you desire it. So appreciate you. Appreciate the support. And hell yeah, man. I'll send it over somewhere in the United States for you. You can pick it on up. I just don't know if, I mean, you got to think about customs and stuff, though, you know? Will customs let you fly with such a fire dope-ass figure? You know what I mean? It could be a hazard. Could be a hazard. So let's hang out in the chat. What's going on with y'all? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Emma Banshee, Hazel, Tornado Guy, and Zoe's character died off screen. Magneto mentions their names for when he gets. Oh, really? Okay, didn't know. Oh, yeah, he does. He does say their names in that the scene in the plane. I remember that. Good on you, bro. What's next for Moon Knight? I mean, I think. So we did a video yesterday. I think it's pretty good. You should check it out for the breakdown of what I think's going on there. But essentially, I think we're going to dig further into Mark Spector's actual past. That's what I think is going on. What was that weapon or equipment in Moon Knight episode 4? What do you mean? Maybe I missed it. Tornado Guy? Tornado Guy was sick. So I think what we're going to do with Moon Knight moving forward is it has something to do with learning more about the actual DID, the dissociative identity disorder, which we believe happened when Mark was pretty young. I think you're going to see stuff with his father and his mother, and I think you're going to see why the DID happened, which usually happens because of a traumatic event. So that's where I think we're going. And then Mark will likely be resurrected, and he'll free Khonshu and then defeat Harrow. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. Please follow the Book of Gogar on Kickstarter. I might check it out. Might give it a look-see. What's going on with Nova? I mean, they're doing some Nova stuff, 100%. They're doing some Nova stuff. We'll see Bushman too, right? Didn't they cast for him? The rumor is, yeah, Bushman has been cast. But I think what's going to happen is you'll get a better look at... So in the third act of the Jeff Lemire run, you actually revisit all of the classic Moon Knight moments from his origin. And we basically go through all of these different events and see it again. Kind of almost like a... freaking Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge kind of situation, right? And I think that might happen again. And then we would see Bushman and the mercenaries and Layla's father and all of that. So I think we might see all of that. I think that's what episode 5 is going to be like. And then episode 6 probably going to be more fighty, you know, save the day. Caleb says, Beta Ray VFX move from shot of Thor and Korg. Well, it certainly seems to be the big rumor out there. I don't know why exactly. I don't even know if there's actually a substantiated rumor about Beta Ray Bill being in this movie. You know? Like, I'd have to see and, like, go back and look at it, but I don't think there's ever been a substantial rumor of that happening. I think it's more like just a fan desire, a strong fan desire for that, you know? Multiverse of Madness in 2 weeks, baby. Let's fucking go. Indeed. Indeed. Do you think he's being tested for the first time he got killed? It's possible. So the thing I don't know, and what I can't figure out is, has the whole show been an illusion? Or is just the sequence at the end an illusion? You know what I mean? Because in episode 1, in the scene with the little girl, you know, Steven, like, it's so weird the way he says, like, because I'm not dead. Am I? Am I? And it's, like, really weird. And the dialogue is really weird, right? Like, Donna says, Steven, that better not be you again, or something like that, right? So there's, like, all this weirdness. I also think it's weird how Arthur Harrow says, wake up, to Layla. Did anybody else think that was weird? And then the way he says, yo, what up, Fernie? The way he says, I can't save anybody that doesn't want to save themselves. And then the way that's echoed again. You know what I mean? Pretty weird. So I can't decide if the whole show has been an illusion, or is it just the hospital scene that's an illusion? Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Isn't Wake Up about waking up to the truth? Oh, yeah, but that's the beauty of it. It can be taken both ways. I just found it pretty odd the way it was said. Just kind of like stuck out a little bit to me. You know what I mean? Jake is the key. Oh, I think Jake is certainly going to be revealed and be somewhat of the key to something. Yes. It's an illusion wrapped in an enigma. Ooh, I like that. I'll have to watch today, and I will make an input on that. Yeah. And I apologize if I gave away a little spoiler stuff, but I want it to be the whole show since it hasn't been very good. Fair take. Fair take. I love the Moon Knight show, but I agree and understand that it's not as, like, face level entertaining as it could be. You know, like, because, like, look, I love all this stuff, but I'm really into, like, super heady, like, crazy, you know, like, trying to pick it apart, like, cerebral type shit. Like, that's kind of my shit. But some people just want to watch Moon Knight punch up bad guys. And that's okay, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And, like, to be honest with you, I want him to just punch up a bunch of bad guys, too. Like, I'm kind of like, yo, all this stuff's fun, but can we please get to the point where he punches some bad guys? So I understand. Common Sense says, thanks for the love, man, says, who do you like best? Richard Rider or Sam Alexander? If Nova movie focused on Richard Rider, are they going to focus on his teenage roots? So I like Richard Rider. Sam's cool, but I just have more experience with Richard. And I sort of like to think of Richard as kind of like a Peter Parker. He's like the Peter Parker formula. You know what I mean? Just really brave, bold, crazy, you know? And he's like a flyby, you know, a flyboy. So, yeah. The only real experience I have with Sam, actually, is in the Ultimates Spider-Man cartoon, which he was cool in. I liked him in there. But, yeah, I think if they were smart, they would do a younger Richard Rider, but maybe not a teenager, but sort of take some of those beats from his origin. And then have him age up over the course of the next couple of years and then bring in Sam as well. I think you'd do both, right? Definitely the hospital was an illusion. Yeah, for sure. Check the new Kenobi banner pic. Oh, yeah, I saw it earlier. It looks sick, dude. You guys want to take a look at the new Kenobi art? It's pretty crazy. It's a little bit of a spoiler, actually. You guys want to see? It's a little bit of a spoiler. You want to check it out? All right, let's check it out. Show you guys. It's pretty wild. Yeah. It's a little bit of a spoiler. You know. And I've heard, like, the Inquisitors are going to show up and he's going to be like, there's a beverage here, man. There's a beverage. You know, so it's going to be cool. Over the line. Yeah. That drink is a Blue Russian. Well done. Well, that's just like your opinion, man. Yeah. Like Goldblum said, you plan on having any dinosaurs in this dinosaur tour? No Moon Knight and Moon Knight. I know. Trust me, I know. I know. Papa Josh knows. I get it. How big of a part will Doctor Doom play in Black Panther 2? So I believe he will not play a big role, but instead we may come to learn that the war that's set up between Atlantis and Wakanda was perhaps due to some of the machinations of Doom. And so I think will be revealed. What's up with your comic book on Kickstarter? So I still need to get, I'm trying out a couple of colorists. It's sort of the next place that we're at. So again, like, it's just one of those things that I have not been able to be super on top of. The move and everything else has been pretty crazy, but we're going to get there. When is it going on Kickstarter? I'd love to have it. I'll definitely have it on Kickstarter this year. Probably maybe by the end, maybe the end of the summer. Maybe early fall. In fact, let's just call it early fall. Just because with baby stuff and all that, you know what I mean? Mitch Griff finally got that diamond tier badge. Thanks for all you do in the MOM hype. Take my money. Thanks. I appreciate that, bro. There's a colorist that quit DC. He's an OG. Right on. Maybe I'll reach out. Yo, Haro is definitely not Dr. Doom, bro. Definitely not. But Market Zero, Donnie. Favorite MTD. Favorite deck that I run. My favorite deck. That's kind of hard. I would say I love my Urza High Lord Artificer deck. I love my Dragon deck. Yeah. I'd say probably those two. Maybe tied for the top spot. But my Elf deck is super fun as well, bro. Like, I've got a lot of fun decks. Who's my favorite Avenger? Hard to say. Comics or... we talking comics or we talking... I mean, probably both ways. It's probably... Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. Do you think we get a special appearance if in Moon Knight finale? If so, who? Probably Hulk. Or Bruce Banner. In everything? Yeah, I'd probably have to say Spider-Man. I mean, I do like Tony, though. You know, I like what he does in the comics quite a bit. I like a lot of the different Avengers. But you know what else? I like kind of crazy characters, man. Like Starbrand. I would love for Starbrand to be brought into the MCU. I think that would be sick, dude. Starbrand would be sick. I want Hyperion. The Sentry. Yeah. Those characters are all super cool. Longshot's cool. Thoughts on new Halo Infinite season? Is it out or when does it come out? Why hasn't Werewolf by Night been officially confirmed? Because they're waiting. They'll do some D23 event, CinemaCon bullshit, and they'll be like, yo. And the crowd will go wild. How was it Kang's face? The lines were in the wrong place. I don't know what you're referring to. You're probably just talking to somebody in chat. Trailer came out for the new season. Yeah, but it was like really tiny, right? It was pretty sparse. Captain Universe, that would be dope. Wonder Man would be cool. More werewolves? More vampires? What century is this? I mean, I'd love more vampires and werewolves, bruh. You know, I'm down. Dracula's freaking awesome in Marvel Comics. And then I love in Fear Itself when Hulk fights a whole army of vampires. That shit was sick. That shit was sick. What? The Overwatch 2 beta begins in 5 days? That's cool. I'm down. I'm down to check that out, dude. Overwatch was fun back in the day. But, you know, Overwatch was a game, bro, where I had a buddy in my play group. Yo, is Dirty in here? Dirty, you in here, bro? If you're tabbed out, let me know. Let me know. My buddy, Brandon, and I just asked because Dirty and I have played with Brandon and gamed with Brandon before. My buddy Brandon was so sweaty on Overwatch that when me and my other buddies like wanted to play with him, he like legit wouldn't play with us, or he wouldn't let us play with his play group. He had like this super sweaty play group, and they literally would not play with us. It was crazy. Like, that's how sweaty he got on that game. He's like, you guys would need to like rank up and put some serious time in if you want to play with us. If you want to play with our group, we're pretty serious about our rankings and shit. You know? Do I think Blade or Black Knight will appear in the Moon Knight finale? I don't think so. But strangely enough, both of them could appear in Werewolf by Night. Daniel RPK just confirmed some Patreon some cameos on Patreon. I did not see that, but let's check the Reddit because the Karma Horrors will be quick to post about it. See if it's up on the Reddit yet. And I'll probably have to break that down in a whole video, but I'm fucking thirsty for it. You know, because apparently they just did a new screening of the movie that damn near completed. Gore in the Moon Knight finale? I mean, that would be cool. But no, I don't think so. Dazzler's all right, man. Dazzler's all right in the MCU for sure. Or in the Marvel Comics. Yo, Spider-Ham, what's up? Werewolf versus Superman? Come on now, Superman. I don't want Gore to die in Thor 4. His work is not done. We'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. Won't we? Have I played the Guardians of the Galaxy game at all? Nah, bro. Oh, it's on Game Pass? Ooh, I might check it out. Sebastian! Welcome back to the Nerdvengers. Do not lie. Mark's wife versus Steven's date. Who wins? Ooh, that's a tough one. It says 20 months for me, Fur. This is wrong. 13 months? Try 18. Try 20, brother. Also, I feel the episodes are too short on all Disney Plus series. By the end of each episode, it feels a bit empty. Love Moon Knight, but yeah, slow burn plus short episodes, not enough meat. Amen. Not on the subreddit? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I get you there. Sam Stanford, hey, thanks for the 10 spot, bro. Says Josh, what up, brother? Dropping a clothing line tomorrow for Earth Day. Any advertising / general advice? Not really, man. I mean, I would say, you know, if you could find some really like maybe environmental conscious people that somewhat cultivated an audience that also care about that sort of stuff, that's probably the best bet. Influencer marketing, when done intelligently, can be very valuable. I will also tell you, I think even Instagram marketing is actually pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much all the advice that I have, unfortunately. Frostodamus says, member for 17 months, says, have you seen the trailers for The Man Who Fell to Earth? Looks straight fire. Thanks for all you do, Papa Josh. I have not. What's that about? I had the wrong card attached to my account. Glad I joined back. Sebastian, welcome back. But it's probably my Batman takes that made you leave. Do not lie. That's cool. GCR, that's cool. Just briefly on that, because I don't want to dig too much into it here, because we have some people that don't want spoilers here. But I will say the Anson Mount one is probably the most interesting to me. The other two I was already pretty certain about. Mount is interesting for a couple of reasons. Number one, awesome. Number two, it comes from very old reports and leaks. And as I continue to say to you guys, we don't know for sure, but I think the old leaks from 2 years ago, all of the stuff we thought about 2 years ago, all of that stuff is going to be proven to be true. I mean, we'll see. We're just a couple of weeks away, but that's what I think. I think you might get some Moon Knight in episode 5. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Okay, guys, I got to get on out of here. Got to get some food. Got to go work on some more videos. Did I watch Batman again yet? No. Almost did. We were maybe going to watch it last night. Instead, we put on the Kingsman movie, the new one with Rasputin. We turned it off, dude. We literally turned it off. I was like, damn, dude. Because that first Kingsman movie was awesome. I thought the second one was trash. And this one was like, ugh. Like, talk about fucking up a good thing, huh? But no, I haven't watched the Batman yet. I'm terrified to watch the movie. Terrified. Because I think I'll really like it. I'm terrified. Something in the way. Liam Neeson should voice Beta Ray Bill. 100%. Yeah. Blinker crew assemble. Okay, guys. We're going to get on out of here. You'll hate it more? Maybe. Don't be a chump. Watch it. Vergie. Okay, just for you, Vergie, I will. Just for you, I will. All right, everybody. Much love to you all. Hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I will see you in the next video. I see it, Dawn. I see it. Dawn will be diamond by the time Kenobi comes out. Let's go. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Yeah. Wild times out there in the world, man. Wild times out there in the world. Hope you guys are staying safe and staying sane. You know, not easy to do these days. A lot of fun stuff right around the corner. And I am excited for it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I have any juicy stuff to add. But I just want to say that you guys are awesome, man. And the support's been great and the community's been great. And I hope I'm not, I know I can be a butthole about things. I never want to be too much of a butthole for you to actually take offense, you know? So remember, I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it to be funny. Do not lie. All right, take care.